Hello, everyone. Nadeem here with PC.Solutions.Net. So today I want to talk a little bit about cybersecurity, specifically cybersecurity best practices for SMBs. In today's interconnected world, safeguarding your business from cyber threats is crucial, and the size is really not that relevant. I want to explore some key strategies that you can use to protect your data and infrastructure. First of all, if you've been watching this podcast, videocast, whatever you want to call it, for any length of time, you know that SMBs are increasingly targeted by cyber criminals. So not just large business, but small to medium-sized businesses are more and more in the crosshairs of hackers and cyber criminals. So despite their size, there's a lot of valuable data that hackers want from SMBs. And we're just going to cover some simple things that you can put in place to bolster your defenses. Firstly, let's talk about passwords. You want to ensure strong, unique passwords for all accounts. And, recycling is a great thing, but not when it comes to passwords. You do not want to recycle passwords. So use unique, unused passwords. Make sure they're strong and complex. The next thing you want to do is make sure that your software is updated regularly. You want to install patches, you want to install updates, not just for Windows. I know when I talk about patches, everybody's thinking about Windows patches. What about all the other software that's on these machines? Cyber attackers often exploit vulnerabilities in outdated software. Windows is easier to patch, but a lot of times I've seen in SMBs where SMBs only rely in the built-in Windows update, which, if you have been working with it for a while, a lot of times it silently fails. So you always want to have an alternate way to check for patches in Windows as well as with other software. Your employees are your frontline defense. You need to make sure that you educate them about phishing emails, social engineering. They need to be vigilant. That's the first line of defense. So make sure they are equipped with all the tools necessary and all the information necessary to protect the organization. Next, you want to make sure that you back up data regularly and securely. In case of a cyber incident, if you have a backup, you don't need to pay that ransom. You just restore, and you can mitigate a lot of damages just by putting backups in place. And of course, next is MFA process, right? So you want to implement some sort of a multi-factor authentication whenever possible. And in today's day and age, it's possible in pretty much any kind of application or platform. Develop an incident response plan. I know we've touched on this before. It's not something that's in somebody's head. It has to be written down. It has to be rehearsed / exercised. And everybody needs to know what their role is going to be when an incident happens. And when I say everybody needs to know what their role needs to be, from complex stuff like what your IT admin needs to do to simple stuff like you want to make sure that the person sitting at the front desk does not say anything that could come back and bite you later after an incident happens. And we've seen this before where an eager employee ends up saying something because somebody from a news agency is there and they end up saying something and then it gets hard to roll it back. You want to have all this written down. Who is going to be the PR point of contact? All this needs to be rehearsed. So at the end, by adopting some of these easy to implement best practices, your SMB can significantly enhance its defenses against cyber threats. Remember, proactive measures are the key to secure business environment. So again, just a handful of things that you can put in place that would dramatically make you so much more secure than your competitors. And guess what? The bad guys, they're going to try to break in. They're going to go past a few layers. And if they can't get past that, they're going to say, like, why are we spending time here? Let's go spend time over there. That's an easier target. And that's the name of the game, a layered approach. And folks, if you need any sample incident response plans or any kind of policies, reach out to us. You don't even have to reinvent the wheel. We'll give you the wheel. All you have to do is mount it. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.